Okay, we're live.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday evening live. So we are going to try and draw another, well, should I say another winner? Not really.
It's not another. We're trying to draw a winner. Yeah.
For the sewing machine. I am finishing up the quilt I've been working on the live. I have the border pinned to it, so going to get the borders and everything sewn on today, so the top will be done. And I don't think that'll take up the whole live, so I did prep one of my kind of UFO / unfinished quilt. I got it all quilted. I was just kind of having fun on the long arm, trying out different things. So I got that quilted and got the binding ready for it. So hopefully I can get at least that put on one side of it. We'll see.
And then as far as there's already questions, so I'm going to try and go through these real quick. Lady Fair, are we doing the drawing during the live? So yes and no. For legal reasons, we have to do the drawing in a very different manner because we have to abide by a whole bunch of rules. So we redid the drawing earlier, and to change things up because we've tried to do this multiple times and the winner has not worked out for one reason or another. I'm not going to announce who the winner is. I'm just going to call the person and hope that maybe it works this time because we're just going to do something different than what we've done before because every other time I've announced the winner and then tried to contact them, it hasn't worked out. So I'm just going to call the person while we're live on the air. And I also, to hopefully help, I brought up the prize, as you can see. Rather than having this downstairs in one of our storage areas, I decided to bring it up so that it's here with us to give us good mojo so that it can finally be given away. So that's how that's going to work. And then, let's see.
Brenda H.
Andrea, is our neighborhood flooded? No, not really. So we live on the Brazos River, and I was taking a look earlier today. The river level is up to so where our house is. There's like a little park, open area, and then there's the river, and the river's into the park as of today around 1 p.m. But it would need to.
It's actually been there for like.
It's been there for a while.
But it keeps getting high. It doesn't leave. Like they haven't opened up to be able to go down there.
Yeah, so it'd have to raise another 40 feet or so before it got to us, which is possible. Like if we get torrential downfall like we had in Harvey, we would be flooded, but I don't expect that to happen. And then Donna, nice to see you. She said she loves the intro. Thank you. We went back and forth trying to find. We designed it ourselves. We were trying to find the right music for it, and we're cheap, so we didn't want to pay for a license. So we just used what YouTube had for free. So that was the best song that we came up with. So
yeah, and when you had to go through a lot, I was trying to do stuff, and he comes in and he's like, "I want to set up the live." Takes over the computer where I'm trying to work on stuff and like looks forever for a song. I will say though, it's really hard on there to find a song that's decent. Yeah, they have so many weird songs on there.
Okay, so let me see. We're good there. Mike said bottoms up. Mike, I just have like a cherry Pepsi. Oh, it's not even a cherry; it's just a regular Pepsi.
And he doesn't like Pepsi.
I hate Pepsi. I was wondering why I wasn't drinking it because I like cherry Pepsi. I don't like regular Pepsi, and that's why.
Why didn't you grab the cherry?
They all look the same. I don't drink soda, so they all look the same to me. I didn't want to drink water tonight, so I grabbed this instead. But I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to put it back. Or you can have it because I'm not gonna have it.
I'm one of those strange people who like Coke and I like Pepsi. I'm good with either one. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we finally can give this thing away, I'm gonna go make myself a drink.
You're just gonna abandon me here?
Oh, it's not gonna take me all that long.
Oh, did you tell him? Did you tell him that we have another giveaway today?
Oh yeah, so we have 2 giveaways. One, we're gonna do another box of fun. Well, now we are. Whether or not we had planned to.
Okay, so I'll go get one of those.
Well, yeah, because we had like 2 more, didn't we?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
2 more. I still haven't. I was gonna make some more, but I haven't made another.
So we're gonna do another box of fun, and then to yesterday actually. So for those who don't know, we hand make everything that we sell, and very infrequently I make a mistake. So here is a handle for a 24-inch slide lock.
I should get one that's not like that so that they can see.
Yeah. So essentially, what happened is I have a CNC machine that I CNC these. And I have to do the top and then the bottom. I guess I do them in any order, but I usually do the top first and the bottom first. So there's 2 different programs that I use. Unfortunately, I apparently was not paying attention when I ran the program for this. So I have a whole bunch that I do at once. And I apparently started the bottom program instead of the top program, even though the top of the handles was in the CNC machine. Luckily, I realized it immediately after I started the program, but not before this little hole was drilled in the handle. That hole typically goes down here on the bottom, which is where the spring rests. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it, so there is a hole here. Now, this is completely functional. This hole has no impact on the top, and it doesn't go all the way through. It only goes, a certain amount, and it didn't go the full way because I stopped it before it went all the way. So it's totally functional. It's just going to have a weird hole there. That's literally the only thing. And you can see that it doesn't go all the way through. So we'll give away this for free. And I haven't put plastic on it or acrylic. So whoever wins this can tell me if they want clear or fluorescent green or pink. I've got the neon pink that we talked about last week or the week before. That should be delivered either the end of this week or early next week. So if you want to wait, I can put neon pink on this for you. So we'll do that giveaway as well. Oh, and just to my wife's point, these are the handles. You can see the one on top is what a normal handle would look like, but it does not have the hole there. And then the one on the bottom is the one that I, maybe I purposely did it so we could give something away. I don't know. Let's go with that. So
you'll have a unique one.
It'll definitely be unique.
If you remember our curly Q era and our upside down label era.
Okay, so yeah, Siberian Wind says YouTube music is really hard to find good stuff. So I am, like only 3 minutes behind in the comments, so that's not bad. So yeah, okay. So Patty J makes a good, and I honestly don't remember who the winner is. I've got it saved and I'll look it up. So it may be you, Patty. I honestly don't remember. I'm going to be calling from my cell phone. As the result of my past life, all of my personal information is on lockdown. You can't find it. So when I call, if you're in the chat, hopefully you are, and you get a phone call that says it's from a restricted number, that's probably me. So if you answer and it's someone trying to sell you an extended warranty for your car, I am not liable for that. So I apologize. But I will announce in the chat when I'm going to call. And if you get a phone call and it says restricted number, it is me. So please, if you're in the chat and you hear me say I'm going to be calling, answer the phone. I'll leave a message, right? So long as the number is working, which it didn't last week.
Well, and honestly, the likelihood that they're in the chat at this point,
I don't know.
You're just rambling.
Yeah.
Just catch up with the comments.
Yeah. Green tea or Dr. Pepper, says Brenda. Someone else. Brent Armstrong says he loves Pepsi.
Did you set up the giveaway for the for them to put something in for that? Because then I'll get the box too, so I can show. Because I think you all like to see what is in the box of fun, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a single giveaway. So it'll just be everyone who's entered will be entered for both prizes. I just have to come up with a clever hashtag. Hashtag.
Always right.
No. I was going to say, please answer the call, but that'd be way too much text.
Way too much text.
I just a hashtag giveaway. That's a very simple. Don't do it yet because I haven't started collecting the comments. Okay, so Oh, we're on a 30-second delay anyway. So we're good.
I shouldn't have put this quilt right there because it's like bunching up.
Okay, there we go. Done. There we go. Okay, so we're good there. So the giveaway will be for the box so fun, either number 1 or number 3. I don't know which one we're gonna do because we did number 2 last week, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And then a 24-inch, slightly different handle. Okay, so let me catch up here. Sheila says this is the most riveting drama on TV right now. Honestly, it really is. Okay, so real quick, Andrea, you say you used to tutor in our area, so you know exactly what we're talking about.
With the flooding.
Yeah, the flooding. So our daughter is a 4.0 student, and her weighted GPA is like 4.39 or something because she's got basically almost all A pluses in all of her classes, including in APs and honors courses. She got 1 A minus in honors chemistry, which is why she got a 3.98. So I'm pretty sure she's going to get into whatever college she wants. So especially with her athletic skills, so long as she gets like 1,000 on the SAT, which given what my wife scored and what I scored, she should probably be easily able to do. So Andrea, what did you tutor, and do you know any good SAT tutors in the Houston area? Because I'm looking to hire someone to help her just to make sure that she gets the minimum score she needs to play sports.
I'm gonna go pick one of the box of fun things.
Okay. Let's see what. Oh, Amy. Hi, Amy. I just saw you come in here.
Hi, Amy. Hi, everyone.
Laura says she stopped drinking soda because the carbonation burns her throat. I just don't drink it for partially the same reason. The carbonation doesn't burn my throat, but it makes my stomach feel weird. Feel weird.
This, I'm going to tell y'all, I need to get over here first.
Yes. Oh, hi, Julie.
This was a box that I was going to post on our site for sale, but I'm lazy and didn't want to take pictures of everything. This one, you all are going to go crazy over this one.
Oh, no.
This one is really, really good. And I could probably honestly sell this one because of all the fabric in it. So if you need fabric, because we all know how expensive fabric is right now, how expensive everything is right now, you're going to want this one. I'll show it to you in a second. I'm going to, before my iron defaults off and stops keeping the heat.
I like how people are calling the handle the misfit handle. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
All right. I'll show I promise I'll show the box after I iron these so that I can keep working on this quilt.
Oh, yeah. I'm caught up on the chat. That's good. So real quick, when Nona says, if you have an idea for another item that we can make and possibly sell, if interested, please contact you at your leisure. I have no idea who you are, Winona. I apologize. Like, I don't know how to contact you. I carrier pigeon. So the better thing is, if you have an idea, just email me at info@sobeitquilts.com, and we can talk about it and figure out if it's something that we can make. We do custom stuff all the time for people, so I'm happy to do whatever it is, but it'll be a lot easier for you to contact me than me to contact you because I don't know your contact information.
Lynn Miller, I just saw your comment and thank you so much. Better than having the pattern behind me for sale, it's actually for free on my YouTube channel. It is the most recent video and I give all of the cutting information for it.
I took another sip. It's horrible. I don't know why I keep doing that. Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So
you want to finish doing this and then you'll do the box so fun?
Unless you want to iron it for me.
I don't.
Thank you, Cindy. That you can ask my husband. I like agonized over the placement for the quilt behind me and showed him so many different mock-ups for it. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I keep telling Sean, because Sean, the guy who sews, that I am scared to enter a quilt into a quilt show. He's done a few. I know Ian and Becca have a lot of my fellow friends and creators on YouTube have, but I just have been scared to, but I was telling my husband I might try and enter this one since I am so proud of it.
It's really cool. And I know that you've gotten some comments on the video on YouTube, but so kind of a poll question. What do you think this quilt should, and it's unfortunately they're seeing it like twice in a sense,
yeah.
But, what do you think the name should be? What was the one that you liked the most?
I like Good Vibrations.
I like The Sound of Silence because to me they look like sound waves, and Sound of Silence by Disturbed, not by Simon and Garfunkel, is one of my favorite songs. So I think Sound of Silence is really cool because it reminds me of sound waves. But I'd love to hear what you guys have thoughts on as far as names for it.
Yeah. So yeah, it hasn't been formally. I don't normally name my quilts that I don't create into like actual PDF patterns or anything, but I don't know. I was really stuck on that name for this one. And
so people in your video didn't like it, or what happened? I know you said there was some reason you weren't going to go with that name.
I think just because I wasn't making it into it. I was like, I'd already filmed the tutorial for it. I didn't really name it. So yeah. So do y'all want to see what's in the box of fun? Box of fun.
I do, because I'm not even sure what's in this one.
I know, right? You're gonna be like, what are you thinking, wife? So we'll start with some of the smaller stuff. So there is a seam ripper in here. I have this one. I love this one. It is a really good seam ripper. I like this little rubber end here to like get off string thread. I can't think. Sorry. So there are some kits here. This one is beautiful. I love the blues in it. And then playing cards from the Missouri Star Jenny's Countdown to Christmas box. This is a really cute box, and the cards are really, really cute. They have patterns on them. We just have a ton of cards because we play games all the time. So, and I think I have some Riley Blake playing cards too. So there are a few other things in here. Triangles on a roll. These are half square triangles on a roll, and they go with the big item in this box. So, and then I don't even remember what this is from the Countdown to Christmas box. Oh, it's a really cute ornament, but I'm not allowed to put these kind of ornaments on our Christmas tree. You and Lorelai picked out like all these ornaments that go together. So it's not something I can really put on the tree, but it's super cute.
I mean, she could, but like my daughter and I both very clean.
He wouldn't take it off, but Lorelai would. So here is the big thing in here. I started doing the Bliss quilt along. I have all the pattern pieces for it here, and I bought the kit, but I just did not keep up with it. And once I get behind on something like that, I just quit doing it. So I have all of the fabric here for the Bliss quilt along, and even the backing set that hasn't been opened. So it's all in the box. I have a few of the blocks done that I still kept in here, and I started cutting some of the fabric for the finishing of it. But you could use the fabric for something else if you wanted to as well, but it's a ton of fabric. So that is what is in the box of fun.
Cool. Some people had some really good names.
Oh,
so I'm going to show some of them.
Sorry, that took a long time. I know you probably had a lot that you wanted to get to.
No, so Amy, what am I drinking this bad Pepsi? I can't stand Pepsi. I like cherry Pepsi, and I thought that's what that was, but it's not. It's regular Pepsi, and it's disgusting. So, okay, so Dr. Kathy Smith says Doppler.
Oh, I like that.
Which I think is really cool. Amy says you should enter it into the Austin Area Guild show, which is in September.
I have to get it quilted. If I don't know how long the entries go, I'll try to look and see.
Danelle says Silent Geese.
Oh, I like that.
Jill Chappell says running with scissors. Linda Vandenberg, Soundwave. Denise.
So many. Like I have such a hard time coming up with names for quilts.
Denise Feigl, I believe. Heartbeat. Debbie in Quilt Effect said the Doppler effect, so similar.
I like that.
Sharon Cobera said reverberation. I like. Michelle's good vibrations. Karen says it reminds her of a vintage necklace that her grandmother had, so she would call it Jewel.
Oh, I like that.
I like that one too. Sheila asks, so Sheila says, no, I was never able to get a hold of her, so we've already redone the drawing and we'll announce it tonight in due course. Dragonflies for Donna says that we should combine the names to do sound vibes, Sound of Silence and yours. Zaza says Soundwave. Luane says it looks like fast forward and backwards buttons. So like fast forward, rewind maybe. Brenda says back and forth.
I like that.
Cindy Van Oy says echo effect. And Southern Hider says only the echoes in my mind. So I think those are all actually very good.
Yeah. So what are we gonna give away first? Are we gonna give away the Box of Fun, the Slidelock, or are we gonna try and call about the
I'm just gonna call the person. I've got to look up who it is again. It wasn't a name I'm familiar with. I don't remember. So...
I don't know how. Like all the names are the same 5 names.
Yeah. We have a lot of the same names.
Yeah, I don't want to say any because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up on like that I'm naming the name that I don't even remember the name because we drew it a few days ago.
Yeah, it was like last week after I couldn't get a hold of this person. Okay, so
said be kind, rewind.
Give me a second. I've got to go and look at the report so that I can find it.
So I'm just sewing the smaller stars onto the sides of these. Like I keep calling it piano keyboarder. And then I'll finish up that quilt and start doing the binding on the other quilt that I got ready. Oh my goodness. Did you not bring the name up? Or are you trying to find it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. I'm just going to do it on my computer because like my email is not working properly. Sorry, everyone. I thought I had this squared away, but like my phone's been, it's I don't even know what model of iPhone it is, but my phone's been like I rarely use my phone because I have an office phone in the house, so I use that for all my work stuff. But I charged my phone overnight. It was 100% this morning. I barely used my phone, and it was out of battery by like 2 p.m., which never happens. So just Apple doing its thing.
You have to buy a new one.
Yeah, that's what it means. It's like I don't want to. I don't like getting new phone. I want to go back to the Blackberries that had the tactile keyboards because they're a lot easier to type with. I don't need internet on my phone. I don't need anything like that. I just need a damn phone that works. But apparently that's too much to ask. Okay. So, sorry for my rant about my phone being silly. We're on like a 30-second delay. So I am going to call the person who hopefully will accept the machine in about 30 seconds so that you all know that I'm calling. If your phone rings and it is a restricted number, please answer it. I don't know if this person's in the chat. So yes, I'll call in 30 seconds so that everyone has a chance to answer. And again, if it is someone that's trying to sell you a extended warranty on your car, I apologize.
Did you take the quote?
Yeah, you told me to fold it up. I swiped it.
Oh, well, I just meant like to the side there because I'm still putting 2 sides on.
Yeah.
I guess I could show this one so far. So 2 sides are on.
He says, be kind, rewind. That's funny. Okay. Yep. So I got my phone out. I think it's been 30 seconds. Now I've got to go back to get the phone number. Why would I have kept it?
Are you keeping it on like speaker?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on speaker. I'm just gonna
What if it's
hope for
somebody
the
who
best.
doesn't want it again?
Oh my god. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear this. Hopefully you can.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak with Nancy, please?
Yes, this is Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. This is Matthew from So Be It Quilts.
Yes, sir.
So
You did not draw my name.
I did.
Did.
I apologize. Your first name, a lot of people have it, so no offense. Are you in the chat right now?
Yes, I am.
So who are you? Or do you don't have to say it. I don't want to make you say it if you don't want to.
No. I'm Guess Who Nancy.
Oh!
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
What was the?
Yes.
Can you tell me the name that was drawn?
Let me see. The name. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's Nancy Guess.
Oh.
I guess that makes sense. Okay, so Nancy, congratulations.
Hey.
I-
Yeah, the first Nancy that you drew, my heart stopped when you said Nancy, and now I won.
You did. So please tell me that you want the machine. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
We'd have to go out and edit this whole video.
I know. So okay, good. Well, then I will. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow, probably.
Yes.
And then I honestly, hold on. Let me see where you are. Okay. My guess is it may get there, and if we put it in the mail tomorrow, it may get there by Friday, probably.
Okay.
But you'll get it just like any order you place. You'll get a tracking number. You'll get all that fun stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you. This is awesome.
That's so
Yes.
amazing.
So I'm glad that you accept it, and then we'll get back to the show, and we'll see you in the chat.
Okay. Thank you.
All
I
right.
didn't
Bye.
see her in the chat.
She said she was. I didn't see her either, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at it.
okay. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. What area code are you calling? I honestly don't remember what area code her number was. Amy says there was a software update. Watch coming. Okay, so
For the phone to fix the battery dying.
yeah, I guess. Okay, so great. We finally got taken care of. I'm so happy to be done with that. And congratulations, Nancy. Hopefully that is it. And next time we do this, it will be much easier.
Oh, where's that pattern? I cannot believe that did not click to me when you drew it a couple days ago.
I was honestly, I was thinking it wasn't going to work. I'm like, fine, we redid it. Like, we'll call the person and see what happens.
That's so cool.
Um,
I'm trying
okay.
to see.
Thank goodness.
She may be watching on TV because you can't comment on there because I haven't seen her.
Oh, I should probably do that. Julie said that they are no longer making Stay Flow starch anymore.
Really?
Yeah, she said that they're not making it anymore. So people are price gouging what they still have left.
Oh no, because I started using that instead of Best Press. Because Best Press is so expensive. Remember the last time I bought that gallon? It was like almost $50.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That stuff's way too expensive.
So I started using that, and because it's like only, well, it's been like around $5 at Walmart here, I think. I wonder why they're going to stop.
Okay. Okay, so we're good there. Got that out of the way. So we are good to go. Yeah, I think Donna said she's in the chat. So I haven't seen her name yet, actually, but
Yeah.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah, Donna, I did see Donna say that she saw her, and I think Joy T said that she saw her too.
Okay, well, yeah, I haven't seen her. That's totally fine. Okay, so yeah, back to the show. So a lot of people said they like this. We don't know what the name is yet. I think there are a couple good ones that people gave, but it's actually, I didn't make it, so I'm not taking credit here, but it was a relatively, I mean, there's a lot of cutting, but it was a relatively easy quilt, right?
I think so, but a lot of people said that they don't like doing flying geese. So I did just get the pattern because somebody is asking what size this one is that I'm working on. It's not my pattern. The one I'm working on here isn't my pattern. It's al fresco. It was a fat quarter shop, so sampler quilt, and it is 54.5 inches by 54.5 inches.
54 by 54.
Yeah, and a half.
Oh, it's 54 by 54 and a half.
No, 54.5 by 54.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck? Why wouldn't they just make it a square? Oh, so there's Nancy.
Oh,
She
there you
says her husband is asking all about what's going on.
So,
Um,
hi, Julie Coon. Look at the price of it now. The stay flow. I don't want to.
Donna C says sonar or sonar waves.
Oh, I like that.
I like that too.
I'm gonna have a bunch of names now. I like so many of them.
I know. So okay, we got that out of the way. Let's do a drawing for. What do you want to do? Okay, I'll leave it up to you. First person to say box so fun or Slidelock. That's what we will do the drawing for. So yes, I'll just wait. We're on a 30-second delay so that we can see what someone says.
I'm still like, I cannot believe that didn't click to me.
I
see, like, there's so many people that I recognize their name because they're in the chat all the time. Like, there's people who their name is their name.
Yeah.
And like Amy's
right.
Amy, it's her name. And then I would assume a lot of people are, and I just can't believe that didn't click. I'm like kicking. I'm like, I can't. What do I say?
Amy was the first, so she said Slidelock. Yeah, I think it's there's so many, legitimately so many Nancys though. So if it were a Nancy, it probably if it had been Luane, like it would have made perfect sense. Like,
yeah, I always think of that one as like one of the like clever names on in the chat where it's like I don't really associate it with their name.
Okay, so we're gonna do Slidelock because the first person to respond was Amy, and she said Slidelock. She's fast. Okay, so I'm gonna do that drawing right now. So let me pull that up. Present.
I broke my nail
earlier
and I forgot to clip it, and it's really
why'd you do that? Okay, everyone, here we go. We are going to do the Slidelock first. We will do the box so fun.
And don't close out like you did last time.
Yeah. All right, let's see who's gonna be.
I should be guessing Nancy.
Oh my God.
I'm never gonna forget her name.
Helen Shook. So Helen, hopefully you are still in the chat and you can let us know. It looks like she is still in the chat. I'm just watching it right now live. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not ruining it for anyone. So Helen, if you can, please just let us know that you're in the chat and I can tell you what to do so that you can get your Slidelock and hopefully enjoy it.
And we need to know which color plastic you want.
Yes. Don Stewart says the quilt name should be Whale Song. I like whales. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Amy, I think you said earlier, and I didn't get to ask because one of us was talking. So you said that the quilt show in Austin that I think you said in the comments that the quilt doesn't have to be quilted when I submit it, just when I drop it off. So do I just send photos then of it? Is that how you do it? I've never entered a show.
Okay, Helen is in the chat. She just said she never was anything, but we've just disproven that, Helen, so don't be a liar. I put on the screen the our email address, so all you have to do is email us at info@sobeitquilts with your real name, your shipping address, your phone number, and your YouTube name, which I probably assume is your real name, just so we know it's you, and then we will get that sent out to you. You can put it in the chat or you can put it in the email. Do you want a green Slidelock, a clear Slidelock, or a pink Slidelock? If you want, I can do a blue one also, actually, because I've got some. I have some scraps of the blues that I used for Ian's stuff that I can't reuse for anything. So I could probably make you a blue one if you wanted one.
Okay. I just need to sew on the other side, but I need to make sure.
Just let me know what you want, Helen, and I will get it out to you. But use the info@sobeitquilts.com email address that is on the screen. Guess who Nancy said? Her husband won an 85-inch smart TV today.
What the heck? They need to go like play
Nancy,
the
you need
lotto
to
or
go
something.
like buy a lottery ticket. Right. I know it's.
Keep us in mind if you play the lotto and win. That would be really nice. That's wow. That is lucky.
That's amazing.
I would be leaving right now to go get a lotto ticket.
Oh, Helen wants a blue one. Okay, so I will do blue. I just email us, Helen, your contact information so that I can do that. Okay, so that's going to Helen, and she wants.
Ian said he heard his name. I think Andrea was telling me that you entered a quilt show and to ask you how to do it. I think that's what was going down.
So a couple things, Ian. What my wife is thinking about entering this quilt back here in a quilt show, and you've obviously done that, so you can give some pointers on how to do that. But someone just wanted 24-inch slide lock, and when I was doing prototypes for your quilts, your envelope.
Yeah, I was that too.
I have some scraps of material that I can use to make a slide lock base. So I was telling Helen, who won, that I could make her a blue one if she wanted to, and she does. So she'll have the only blue slide lock in existence because I only have enough scraps to make one. So
I think Ian on his channel just announced where he was moving to. Also,
what the? Yeah, you didn't text me and tell me, Ian. What the hell? I thought we were friends.
I found out on an Instagram post, so I felt hurt too.
That's messed up. So Ian, and I'm not putting you on the spot. We've been meaning to have Ian on our live so that he can talk about his product. But we've had to do the giveaway, and so we finally have been able to give that away. So hopefully, if it works out, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Ian, but I think we talked about trying to do it next week if we were able to give away the machine this week. So we can text about it, but either next week or sometime in the near future, Ian will be on our live so he can talk about his wonderful tool. Helen, the email should still be up on the screen. If you can't see it, I don't know why, but I see it on the screen.
It could just be cut off if depending on what she's watching on.
Brenda won a $1,200 shotgun once. That's
what the
awesome.
heck? How do you win that?
Ian said he kept it kind of under wraps, which is why he didn't tell me, I guess. I feel you're gonna have to text me and tell me now just so I know. No, I don't feel better. Oh my God, Ian. You'll see us comment. I've seen lots.
I just might let you run the live yourself when Ian's on, and I might just have to go do something else.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think I would just be sitting there red the whole time.
You would, which is why it's going to be so much fun. Speaking of which, where Mike and Donna, where are we at on this peel off that's going to happen? When is this going on? Because I can't wait for it. Do you know?
They picked a time, but it's going to be when I might be. Well, I don't like giving away like what we're doing if we're not home, but.
Are you be out of town that weekend?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they kind of know now because you.
Okay. Well, I can still be there. Yeah, because you won't even be able to You could probably come in from your phone, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, depending, I could just get on from my phone either way. So.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Mike said, "Waiting on you." It is our fault.
Yeah. Well, no one communicates with me. They just communicate with her. So. Okay. So that was fun. Let's do the
box of fun.
Yes, we can do the box of fun. Yeah, my comments. Amy says that Ian or you boys are too much, and I love it. Yes, we are too much. Also, we're going to do the box of fun really quick here. Before I get to that, though, to anyone that did get a set of the quilt letters, anyone want to report back how long it took them to take the labels off? Because I don't know that anyone has emailed us. Let us know.
No, they told us in the chat.
Oh.
One person said it took them an hour. Remember, that was like last live, though. But I can't remember who else got them.
Okay.
I know Donna and Mike are waiting to do them together, so that makes sense. But I honestly cannot remember who else.
Ooh, someone said harmonics as well.
Oh, I like that.
I know. There's a lot of good names. Yeah, Ian, as Nancy says, she won. So, yes, and she said she wanted it. So, Donna says you should show me pictures from your private chat, and I will love it.
I will. I will later. I will later. Just remind me.
Fuck Ian.
What? He just cut.
He just said wonderful toolbox. So fun to be sure this is a crafting channel. You know what, Ian? It's whatever you want it to be. This is why it's my favorite, because to her it's a quilting channel. To me, it's more fun than that.
Well, quilting is fun. That's rude.
That's true. It is. Yeah. Okay. So we will do. I'll do it at 7:45 Central. So in about 5 minutes, we'll do the.
Put the just in case people wandered in and want to enter.
Yeah. If you've already entered, if you already typed in hashtag giveaway, you don't need to do it again. You can. It won't count you twice. But you can if you want.
So should I hand quilt the binding onto the other quilt, or should I stitch it down to the top like I usually do?
Are you talking about the one behind us?
The one there that I want to finish.
So what was the question? I heard the words come out of your mouth, but I didn't process them.
Should I sew the binding onto one side on my machine and hand stitch it down, or should I sew it?
Oh, hand stitch, because it looks so much better, and you generally seem to enjoy doing it.
There you go. You can show that.
Oh, okay.
I need to get something to drink after using the iron, which I can turn off.
Let's see. So Joan Reed said it took her an hour to peel off the labels.
Yeah,
now you people know why we don't want to sell them.
So this is the box. Now I don't even want to say box of fun. Ian ruined it.
So I'm trying to do as best I can, but this is actually.
Yeah, it's like.
Hey, Ian, this is actually quite large.
So there is a quilt kit in here.
May I hold this?
Yes. A seam ripper, an ornament, some playing cards, some triangles on a roll, the Bliss quilt along, and all the fabric for the quilt along, including the backing. I'll show the backing. So just in case you missed what you're entering for, that is it.
Sheila said that wonderful tool and box of fun would make fun stickers. We should get like So Be It Quilt shirts made and have like little sayings on it, like So Be It Quilts, home of the box of fun. So Be It Quilts, where we have wonderful tools.
Where are we getting these made?
I don't know. It just would be hilarious. I don't even know that I want to sell them. I just give them away because it's hilarious.
All right. So that means, okay, I need to think. That means I'm sewing the binding onto the front of this quilt. I need to move some of this stuff.
Let's see.
So, by the way, this is one of my patterns that's on my channel as well. It's called the Fat Quarter Slice if you want to search for that. I can't. This is a really big quilt. So. What now?
Zaza says at least he didn't say they're adult toys, which is what they actually are. So be it quilts, home of adult toys.
No, we're not doing those shirts.
Why not? They're hilarious.
What is all this fuzz everywhere?
Let's see.
When did you say you're? Yeah, I think you're supposed to be.
Oh, I'm supposed to do it right now. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Yeah, so Kay Sharp says she really likes Doppler. That was suggested by Dr. Kathy. I like Doppler too, because there's a mathematical element to the Doppler, which I like.
Oh my gosh, we have a doctor in here, and you all are talking that way.
Well, we got a math geek and we have a doctor.
Unprofessional. I need to get my gloves.
Okay. Okay. So we will do the pulse points.
Where's my glove?
I don't know.
What'd you do with it?
Yeah. See, Ian says he'd wear the shirt. Of course he would. Ian.
One person would buy it.
That's enough for me. All right. We are going to do the box o' fun with wonderful tools inside for the drawing. So
There's gonna be some people who wandered in here who are really disappointed when they get the box.
Okay, so Helen, you did not win again. It's just I didn't do it, so we're gonna do the draw again, and we're gonna see who wins.
So this quilt is the fat quarter slice on my channel, the one I'm putting the binding on.
So Pam DeCavitt has.
Congratulations, Pam.
I was honestly half expecting it to be Nancy because her husband won something, she won, and it wouldn't have surprised me. Yeah, Mike would buy it. Mike, that you and I are kindred spirits, so totally, except for the blue cheese. So I totally get why you would buy it.
I wonder if Mike likes Pepsi.
Mike does not like Pepsi.
Oh.
Don't let me down, Mike. No, I don't know that. I know Mike. Mike and I are best buds. He does not like Pepsi. Let's see. So, Pam, if you're in the chat, please let us know. I assume you probably are.
I can't stop thinking about where this other glove is.
You lost it?
I guess. I don't know where the heck it is.
Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up to the chat.
Donna, you told him not to open the package though, right? So he doesn't know what it is.
What are we talking about now?
Mike or Donna sent Mike something in the mail. I'm going to show you what it is later.
Oh, that's what she was wanting. Okay, got it. Oh, Pam's here. Okay, good. So I see that. Okay, good, Pam. Email us. Let me remove that. And I'll put the banner back up and go there. Okay. So Pam, all you have to do is email us info@sobeitquilts, and we your real name, your YouTube name, your address, your phone number, and we will get it shipped out to you.
Shelly, you're not wrong. I could have folded up in the quilt somewhere. Hopefully, I'm not sewing it to the binding on the back.
Dr. Kathy Smith says she only does braces, so I guess we're apparently safe for her, which is good. She's got a sense of humor. Let's see. I'm just going through here.
Oh,
what?
Then I will show you. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. I guess Mike decided to say if he likes Pepsi. So I've got to find his response because I didn't see it. Oh yeah, okay. So he does not like Pepsi. So I told you he didn't like it. Okay, Donna. I think my wife's pulling it up so I can see it.
I don't. It's reversed. Let me see if you can read it. I can show you the picture Donna sent me of the shirt if you can't tell what it says. So let me know in the chat if you have hand
Quilting queen of
sewn
squirrels.
on a binding.
I don't get the joke.
It's for she's telling him that he's gonna lose the battle.
Oh, lost to a quilting queen. I see. That's hilarious. Nice work, Donna. She's that's some high level trash talk, Donna. I love it. You are all over it. Janice, no, we can still be friends. It's just I give Mike shit because he likes blue cheese. So if you like blue cheese and Pepsi, we probably can't be friends. So
I like Pepsi and I still get to stay around. So
well, it's because we're married. I don't know.
You said that so dejectedly.
Skipping rocks, wave reflections. Hand is a 4-letter word. Is that are you just being dirty, Ian, or are you just trying to come up with a name for the quote behind us? Hand sewn, as a lot of people say, only machine binding, hand. Oh, what the hell, Elaine? His dad used to drink Pepsi with milk.
What?
That's not okay.
I guess like a lot of people do that in a way because they add the heavy cream to.
No.
Yes, that's what that.
Yeah, that's Italian soda, but that's. I mean, I guess you could do it with.
Well, that's what
Coke,
that whole like place is. That
that
goes
place.
to all the time.
Okay, Janice doesn't like blue cheese, so we can still be friends.
They put like coconut milk in some of them. They put heavy cream in some. It's like a big thing now.
Yeah, a lot of people like hand sewing. Okay, so I got Helen's email, so that's good. Oh, awesome.
You'll need to add all those in for me so I can send everything tomorrow.
Yeah, I will do so. Okay, perfect.
Well, you don't like Pepsi because you think it's too sweet. Right?
It is too sweet.
Well, then if you added milk, that would dull it down some.
Yeah, I could throw arsenic in it, probably dull it down. Yeah, to me, it's a good idea.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but I also wouldn't do it. So, Coke and peanuts. That's an interesting combination. I don't know that I've done that. Okay, so it's been because we've been trying to do the drawing for a while. We've sort of gotten away from some of the questions that we typically ask. So I had a whole bunch today, but I think I'm only going to do one just because we're almost at 8 o'clock anyway, and I want to do a fun one. So I'm trying to think of which one I should do.
I don't know because I didn't help you with them this time.
You never do.
So I don't know what they are.
Yeah,
I listened to all the song options though.
You did. Well, you were there while I was listening to them. I don't know if you were actually listening to them. I think that's a bit.
No, I was just more hoping you would hurry so I could finish working on what I was working on.
I think that's really what happened.
Caffeine and protein.
There's actually a Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the Chiefs. He just paired with a company to do sport coffee.
Oh, thank you, Ian.
Yeah, so he did sport coffee, which is so it's basically coffee with electrolytes and such.
I sewed too far.
So
I gotta pay attention.
Protein in coffee is not so far off from sport coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't drink it, but apparently it has like really good flavors.
Why does he do coffee?
Because apparently he loves coffee, and I guess he wanted to have sport coffee, which has a bunch of electrolytes in it to keep him hydrated instead of because coffee's typically a diuretic.
You
But
should tell
apparently-
Lo about that.
I was going to. I just forgot to. Oh, thanks, Ian. I just saw what you did. That's awesome. So the question is, if you could make ice cream with any flavor, which flavor would you choose?
Well, I only like strawberry ice cream.
But I'm thinking, like, I'm not saying that you would choose this, but like, if you could have mac and cheese flavored ice cream, I'm sure there's some people that would do that.
I actually think that is a thing already.
What the? No,
Yes, it is.
that's not a thing.
Yeah, I think Bluebell does it.
That's disgusting. Coconut, Irish cream. Ooh, that's a good one. I love Irish cream. I love Bailey's. Cinnamon. That's a good one. Sheila says dollar signs. I don't know if that's in reference to this or something else, but I don't know that I would want to eat dollar sign ice cream. Potato chips. That'd be a good one. Peanut butter. Okay, Mike, you and I are getting better friends because I love peanut butter.
That's what you got recently.
Orange cream, but it's already one. Yes, orange cream is a delicious tasting flavor. Dark chocolate.
That's like Lorelai still talks about that one from Creamistry.
Yep. Pistachio, chocolate chip, pina colada, made with alcohol. I like that. So Ian says mac and cheese ice cream's already been done by Kraft.
Oh, then I was wrong. But I know I saw it at the store.
French vanilla and classic glaze, strawberry, marshmallow, and caramel. That sounds good. Cherry lime, I'm guessing. So if I were going to do one, I think I would probably do like Fruity Pebbles because I love Fruity Pebbles, and I think it'd be really good in an ice cream.
Well, Creamistry does that.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not bad, but peanut butter and chocolate cheesecake, that's your favorite ice cream, really. Someone wants to ask you about your glove. I don't know specifically what they're asking. She says, "Can I ask about your glove? Why do you wear one?"
Probably why I wear it.
Yeah.
I just, when I'm putting on binding or if I'm free motion quilting on this machine, I typically have gloves on just because it's easier for me to smoothly put the quilt through the machine. So that's why they're just they're Gorilla gloves from Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't know.
One of the two.
They make actual quilting gloves. I have one back there somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, just because you can call a glove a quilting glove, and then it's like 6 times more expensive. They're the same thing that you can just go and buy at like Home Depot. Those are like, you can get like 10 of those for like $10.
It was a lot cheaper and they fit my hand better. They have like a lot more sizes, I feel like, than you can get in the quilting gloves.
Laura says that she used to make a Jägermeister cheesecake for her husband's office.
Huh.
That would be interesting. Jägermeister's got like that black licorice flavor, but in a cheesecake, it may not be horribly offensive. I don't know. Maple bacon ice cream. Gail, are you from Canada? I'm just wondering. Mike says there's a Fruity Pebbles Blizzard. Blizzards are the ones from, is that Dairy Queen, maybe? I'll have to check that out if they have one, Mike, because that sounds delicious. Stephanie says pumpkin. I love pumpkin flavored pretty much everything. So Shelly says, have I ever had Fruity Pebbles cookies? I didn't know such a thing existed. Where do I find them, Shelly?
You make it yourself.
Oh, maybe. I don't bake.
I don't know.
I don't bake at all. Amy says there's a popsicle stand in Atlanta that does a Fruity Pebble ice cream pop made with the cereal milk and encrusted with Fruity Pebbles. That's what I am talking about. I want that. I don't want to go to Atlanta, but I want that. That's too far to travel for a cream pop.
I want Fruity Pebbles now. I love Fruity Pebbles.
I love them as well. Casey says when she was pregnant, chocolate ice cream was her potato chip dip. I have had Rice Krispie treats with Fruity Pebbles. Those are delicious, but they actually get a little bit too sweet for me just because of the marshmallow and everything. Yes, Dairy Queen. Okay, I will have to check that out. Welcome, Karen B. She says first-time visitor from Connecticut. Peanut sitting on a railroad track. Its heart was all aflutter. Train came rolling down the track. Toot toot peanut butter. That's glorious.
My kids used to love that.
Laura says her husband bought her the quilt lock set, and she uses that for straight line quilting. Good, because that's what we designed them to do, and I'm glad that they work. I mean, I know they work, but Zaza says there's a local ice cream company where she is, and they do custom flavors, but you need to order a lot. That makes sense because they're not going to do like a small run.
Yeah.
Next time in Scotland, Zaza. I will try to hit up that place.
Have some for years.
Yeah, might as well.
Mhm.
Just eat only ice cream when I'm in Scotland. A pink thing. Have we ever had a pink thing from Six Flags over Texas? I don't know what a pink thing. So no, the answer is no. I don't actually know if we've ever been to Six Flags over Texas.
Nope.
I don't think we have.
Our kids want to go though.
They can take themselves.
He's not a big like theme park.
I'll jump out of a plane all day long, but you're not going to get me on an amusement ride. I don't trust the 12-year-olds that run those machines. That's just not something I've seen way too many issues.
Well, that's because that's all they're going to show on like all the things is like the issues.
You know what? But it's not. I mean, just as a lawyer, I've had to deal with stuff like that's. It's just no, a hard pass for me.
I need to keep nail clippers up here. I don't know why I don't, but I broke my nail earlier and it's just catching on everything and getting on my nerves.
Why did you break yourself?
Well, when I was peeling stuff earlier.
Oh yeah, taking the stuff off. That can happen. So I'll have to. Ian sent me something about what a pink thing is. I'll have to look at it. Peppermint ice cream. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see, mint chocolate. So mint chocolate chips, like probably one of my favorite standard ice creams. I'm a big fan. Cindy Van Oy, do we sell Taylor's clappers? We do. They're on our website. The inventory is probably not updated. It shows out of stock. I don't have any more cherry wood right now, but I think I have everything else. So if for whatever reason it's showing out of stock, let me know. I've just been really bad about updating our inventory because I've been busy as all get out with work. So I need to do a better job about updating our inventory. Let's see. Had a huge. Yeah, so here we go. Zaza says she was at a theme park once and a huge bolt fell off a ride when we were in the queue. And they then went home. Zaza.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't do that sort of stuff. That's not okay. I'm not about that.
I don't know. I used to love riding all the rides when I was younger. Since I went to college in Tampa, I would always go to Busch Gardens and would ride all the rides there, no problem. But now, where were the two places we took the kids? Dollywood and Silver Dollar City.
Oh, Silver Dollar City, Missouri, yeah.
I know there were some other places, but now, like, it really, I have a hard time on roller coasters now.
Yeah. Grey Poupon. Marlene says Grey Poupon ice cream.
Pepsi.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. So apparently there was Walmart, Grey Poupon ice cream at Walmart. No, that's a hard pass for me.
I think they make like pickle ice cream too, though.
I've seen pickle ice cream. I've never tried it, but
I haven't tried it.
And Gilroy,
tried the chips, and I didn't like them. But I like pickles. I didn't like the chips though.
In Gilroy, California, they used to have a garlic festival every year, but I don't think they've started it back up.
No, they
COVID.
haven't.
But they'd have garlic ice cream. It was actually really good.
Yeah, because I was telling Lorelai about it because she loves, like, that child eats like plain garlic. But
yeah, she literally has like
she bought, what was it like?
It was deep fried garlic chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just took garlic bulbs, deep fried them, and then threw salt on them, and she eats those.
So I was telling her about it because that's where we met in California.
Yeah.
And I knew about it. I didn't know that they stopped doing it during COVID, but I was telling her about it, and she was like, "We need to go." Looked it up, and it's not a thing anymore. Or at least, I mean, they may bring it back. I don't know.
No, maybe not. South that says pickle in anything is the devil's food. Dr. Cat Smith loved the Gilroy Garlic. It was a Gilroy Garlic Festival was a wonderful time. They had literally it wasn't just garlic ice cream. It was garlic coffee, garlic soda. It was literally anything that you could make edible. They make garlic.
I don't think I could do that. I honestly.
So the garlic ice cream was basically vanilla ice cream with a hint of garlic. It wasn't like all you could taste garlic. It was.
I just don't think I would want garlic in ice cream, even if it was just like a hint of it.
You just gotta try it.
I think I got fuzz from this in my eye.
From what?
Like,
oh,
because I'm just covered.
Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm getting tired. So,
I think we got stuff from both of all three of the winners, but the two that we did live.
Who was the person?
I got it.
Oh, she emailed you.
Yeah,
Pam did.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good. Well, then we're good. So
I'll forward it to you because you always put them in the invoicing stuff for me. So I'll forward it to you now because I will.
Thank you, Laura. She said her dad's a carpenter and lives with them, and she showed him some of the stuff we made, and he was impressed.
Nice.
So Missy, do we still make the trays? Yes and no. I've told the story a couple times, so I'll try to be brief. The trays have magnets in them so that you can put your pins and such, and they don't fall out. The company that we use to make the magnets does not make them anymore. And we only do business with companies that are based in the US. And I have been unable to find another company based in America that makes magnets that we can use for the trays. So I've got the wood. I have some trays made. I just don't have I don't have magnets to put into them. So at some point, I'm either going to have to just sell the trays without magnets in them, which I think sort of defeats the purpose. Because having the magnets in the trays does two things. One, it helps keep your metal pieces in place, but it also, you put it on your machine and it has any metal in it, it'll help keep it in place. But I've tried a couple other magnets. They just don't work. And so it's just, I found one magnet that works, but I have to use two of them. And then that increases the price by like $3 because the magnets are not cheap. And I don't really want to do that. So I'm trying to find a magnet supplier that I can use that will make basically what we used to make, but I can't find it.
Karen asked if she could get one of the slide locks with a knot in the wood grain or a distinctive wood pattern because she wants to distinguish hers from a sewing group. There's actually one handle that we just finished today that I think would work really well for that. So it's like right at the logo, if you remember, because I literally we were sanding them earlier. So if he can find it, there's like a bunch of them right now. If you hear all the clanking, that's it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. You said it was near the logo?
Yeah, it was near the logo. So I think it might actually be the first one all the way down there because I remember cleaning it. But if you like it, then just let us know what color you want because my son's going to be building them tonight. And if you like that one, then we need to get it in bright color for you.
Oh, you were right.
It was the first one. I remember weird stuff. I can't remember names, different things.
Okay, so that's about as good as we do. So,
oh yeah, because of how we're set up, it looked like you time traveled.
Yeah. So there's a dark knot here near the logo. It's not going to show up well in the camera just because of the lighting, but
if you want something more than that, then we can keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I mean,
when
we
get them.
every now and again there'll be some with really cool patterns in them that are distinct, or they'll have very unique knots like that. So
That was the only one I remember. Is that one you got?
yeah, just let's see.
I mean, that one has a cool wave to it.
Yeah, I mean, like this is another one. This can happen every now and again. So this side, and you guys probably aren't going to be able to tell, this side is much darker than this side. So
Yeah, I always think those are cool when they
Yeah.
do that.
So this is like a much more like a reddish brown color on this side, and then it's just, sort of cream on this side. So it's not distinctive from like a a knot pattern, but it is distinctive in the sense that it's essentially two different colors on either side.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just try and catch up to the comments, and then we should be good.
Oh, and you got the color for the person who won.
Yes, you wanted a blue.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So I need to keep that one.
Yeah, I
aside,
have
so
my
Hunter
notes here,
doesn't
so
do that one. I was just seeing if this one I grabbed, but this one doesn't have anything on it.
yeah. So here, let me see if this works.
Oh,
No.
to show the color.
Yeah, so if you see the bottom one and the top one, so this top one is much darker than the bottom one, but on the other side, they're essentially the same color. So it's just, this one is essentially two different colors. But,
Bye, Amy. Have fun picking up your Target order. Thank you, So Terry.
Oh My wants to know how long you've been sewing on a Juki.
2 years probably now.
Well,
Did
we
we-
got that one.
Oh,
We
that's
got
true.
that
The one we
one
were still at
6
the other
years ago.
house.
Yeah, it's been a
so-
while.
Yeah, so this Juki just a couple months. The Juki TL 2010Q probably 2 or 3 years, and then that one much longer. The industrial.
Okay, so there's been so who was it that was asking for a unique?
Oh shoot.
I don't see any.
Karen, I'm not gonna be able. Karen, Gieske.
Oh, Geiske?
There you go. See, I would never. I'm horrible.
Geiske or Geiska?
Yeah, I haven't seen. I did not see her say anything about them, but I don't know how much the delay is either. So.
Okay. Okay, so we're good there. I'll see if she's.
But Karen, if we don't see your comment come up, and if you did like either of them, just send us an email at info@sovietquilts.com.
Judy says I can check a Harbor Freight near us. I can check. The issue, and we try to only do stuff with companies that make and sell stuff in America, and I assume that whatever I would buy at Harbor Freight's likely made in China. I don't have anything against China. It's just we like to contribute back to small businesses because we are one. So it would just be, I could do it. I just would feel much better about it if it were a smaller business that I knew that was contributing to the local economy. Or we have vendors in Oregon, so we're contributing to the economy in Oregon.
So the handles that we're showing just don't have the acrylic attached to them yet. So that's what this isn't like by itself. Typically, we just haven't finished building them yet. So typically they have like acrylic on the bottom and then a bunch of hardware. And when you press down on it, it comes through the holes on the bottom of the acrylic and grips your fabric so that you can cut.
Zaza wants to know, could we get initials put on the acrylic? Yes and no. We've talked about this. We make everything, so we can do whatever we want. We've talked about offering customization for the Slidelock, so you can have your name put on the handle, or on the acrylic would work as well. The issue is that when we make them in big batches, so 50 to 100 at a time, and we try to do that as frequently as possible. So the process is we make the handles, we make the acrylic. Well, we buy the acrylic in big sheets, and then we machine them down to size. But But when we go through that process, once everything's done, so like we just made like 50 today, or we did 50 handles today. Those will get built tonight by our son. Once they're put together, we can't customize them because it would be way too difficult to get the laser, the CNC in there once they're fully built. And until we can buy a warehouse, which will happen once we move out of Texas because we're not going to stay here, then we can do that more easily. But like right now, we have 500 square feet allocated to holding all our inventory. And it's very difficult to just have handles or acrylic set to the side that aren't built because we sell through these so fast. So we could do it. And I guess right now, if someone said, hey, can you customize my handle for me? We could say yes, because we haven't built them yet. But they're going to be built in an hour. So that opportunity goes out the door. But
so I would say if you really, really want something like that, you could always send us an email and we could talk to you about it. It would just, you would have to know that it wouldn't be something that ships out in like 3 days, like we typically, or at least 3 days that we typically like to. Anything custom would take a little bit longer. So
yes. So several people wanted to know how these work. Do you want to?
Okay.
So yes, here's the handle by itself, right? This doesn't really do much. We attach it to a piece of acrylic, and there's a bunch of technology that goes into it. But the long and short of it is that you put it down on your cutting mat, you put your fabric, you can very easily, just like with one thumb, press this down. It holds your fabric in place so it doesn't move, and then you can cut and you get a straight line. So instead of having a traditional template where you have to move your hand as you cut, this doesn't move. It just holds your fabric because of all the little special polyurethane bumpers that come through the holes down here. So you just push it down, you cut, and it's great because if you have your cutting knife here or your rotary cutter, your hand's way out of the way. So unless you're trying to commit thumicide, you're never going to cut yourself. So that's basically how it works.
I just realized how badly I need to clean mine. You can see all the fuzz through here from cutting fabric.
So that's what the wooden things are.
Used a lot.
These are just the handles. Yeah. So these are unassembled handles that will go into the final product.
I never really thought about how weird that would look if us just holding the handle up to show.
Yeah, so we can offer engraving, lasering. I honestly wouldn't want to use the CNC to engrave these because that's just going to take way too long to do custom one-offs. The laser's much faster, which is what we use to do the patented and the logos on there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, we made one for one of our wholesale customers. I put their name on it.
Oh,
I feel like there's someone else too.
Sean has his logo on his.
Yeah, no, but I feel like we put someone's name on one too.
We sent one to Vicky that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a few people ask, and
so, we used to use like an actual wooden, a wood burning tool. They're just so hard to get.
I am horrible at it.
Yeah, so we use the laser for everything because it's much easier to do and it's much more accurate and precise, and it is very similar.
Now, Ian, you're joking, but we could laser you an earring.
I can make you whatever you want. Our daughter
has hardware to make that kind of stuff because she loves making jewelry.
Our daughter makes really cool jewelry. So if you want an earring, I can do it. I have arthritis, and that's why these things are great because you can literally just use your thumb to hold it down, and that right there is enough pressure to ensure your ruler doesn't move and the fabric stays put. So, okay, I didn't see if Karen mentioned
she said she was the one who asked, but I don't think she has said if she liked either of the things, but she said that she has one already from the original.
Oh, got it.
And
the springs.
Yeah.
So you just let me know, Ian. You tell me what you want. I give you an awesome tool shaped one if you want, or a box so fun if you want. I can do it all. So that's
I'm gonna start yawning and make everyone else yawn.
no, don't do that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think that is all we have for tonight. I'm hoping that I get the pink acrylic in before the next live so that I can make some and show you guys what they look like. It'll initially be a very limited run because I think I only ordered a couple sheets just because I don't know if anyone's going to buy them and I don't want to have a whole bunch of pink stuff that I'm not going to use for anything else. But if people like them, it'll either become a regular offering or it may just be like we do it at Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, maybe around Christmas, something like that. But I am like, there are a bunch of really cool colors that we can do. And I've really been thinking about, hold on.
Where'd you put the one with the knot? Because she said she liked.
Oh, it's over there.
Okay. I just want to set it to the side so we know which color so that
Yeah.
Hunter doesn't.
So this is like the pink acrylic that we are getting in, that I will make some, I'm going to do everything. So I'll make some slide locks and some trim locks out of this.
I don't know where it is.
It may be at the very back. But someone also said they really like the purple, which is this one here. This is not transparent in any way, shape, or form, but this would be fine for either acrylic quilt letters, which we may never make again, or
I'll find it.
what else could you use this for?
Huh?
The solid instead of, because I really like.
I wouldn't use it for the trim locks.
No.
I wouldn't use it for the quilt locks or the flying geese. So just the letters and the slide lock maybe.
So, oh yeah, October for breast cancer, right? So we can do pink a couple times a year. So,
watch the pink sell out so fast, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I should have bought more."
Yeah, pink pre-orders. We can't do pre-orders, unfortunately. The Shopify does not really have. I mean, if you pay them $40 a month, they'll let you do pre-orders, but I'm not gonna do that. So, and yeah, so so the only thing I don't know, Andrea, about putting a ribbon on one, I have to assume that the breast cancer ribbon is copyrighted and or probably trademarked as well. So my guess is you have got to pay them to use the ribbon, which I think is silly because they're a charitable organization that's trying to raise money. But my guess is that I have to pay them. So I probably wouldn't do that. But yeah, so anyway, there's a bunch of different colors that we can use, and we'll probably experiment with some and do some special editions throughout the year just based on whatever's going on. The only one that we won't ever really use is the fluorescent blue, which is the color that Ian has chosen because that's his color, and I'm totally fine with that. With the exception of the one that I will be making for Helen because that's what she wanted. So, yeah, maybe we'll do some other fun stuff for different periods of time.
And when Ian comes on the channel, we can do a giveaway with one of his.
Oh, that's up to him.
Well, we can still do it.
We'll pay for it, I guess. Yeah, so I'll get with you, Ian. Maybe it'll be next week. Maybe it'll be the week after, sometime soon. But we can talk about what you want to do and what we want to give away and how that'll work. But
so Terry, the special color is for the ruler that Ian designed. So
yeah, Ian has. Oh shit!
You know where they are.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay. He doesn't know where I store all the stuff.
Oh, you have? Where's yours? Okay. I'm just gonna have to take the plastic off it or the paper.
There's some that should be peeled that I peeled.
Well, I'm just gonna peel this one.
Okay.
I
actually think it's right over there, isn't it?
I don't know. There's so much stuff over here. There probably is one, but
I might put it down on my shelf.
here. It's just so you can see, but
It's so pretty.
Ian has a postcard ruler that he designed and that we make for him. And it's this really cool fluorescent blue color.
It is really funny watching you walk across the screen. Did you see it?
No.
Oh,
I don't want to see. No, I just got back.
You missed it.
So look, I don't hate Texas. I'm a Midwestern guy. I miss the snow. I miss the lake. Because we lived on one of the Great Lakes. Well, we lived on Lake St. Clair, which feeds into one of the Great Lakes. But so we're in Texas for work, or we moved here for my work. And once our daughter graduates high school, we will move back to the Midwest. But we don't want to uproot her now. I mean, she plays for a good soccer team, and so that's a huge part of it. But so I don't fault Ian for moving anywhere. I don't fault anyone for moving. Like, come to Texas if you want. I think it's very good for a lot of things, but I don't like the heat. And where we live,
it's really congested.
It was great 3 years ago when like our town only has 3,000 people in it, but the town next to us had 3,000 people in it 3 years ago, and now it has 35,000 people. So
yeah, you can't get anywhere anymore.
Yeah, it's just
we will plan like, oh, we want to go to this place for dinner or whatever, and get a reservation. It's what 12 miles down the road, if that.
For what?
That Italian place we found that lake.
12, 15 miles. Yeah.
And it can take 30 minutes to get there.
Oh yeah, it'll take 45 minutes to get there. Easy.
Because there's this one light where it'll take you like 10 cycles to get through it. And I'm not even, I should try and take a picture sometime of how backed up it is there, but it's insanity.
Yeah. The problem is, like I said, 3 years ago, 3,000 people in our town, and it's always going to be 3,000 because we're a special town that's never going to grow. But town next to us had 3,000 people. It has 35,000 now. But all of the infrastructure, we only have, it's a 1-lane road in each, or it's 2-lane roads, one lane in each direction everywhere. Like for us to get to a road that has more than one lane, we have to drive for like 10 miles. The problem is that's fine when you only have 3,000 people in the area, but now there's 40,000 people between our town and the town over. And that's not, it's you can't have 1-lane roads in a 40,000 person
And they're
area.
trying to fix it now in some of the places, but it's making it worse because it's under construction and has been that way for a year now.
Yeah.
So those areas are it's so hard to get through stuff. And then, yeah, it's crazy. That's why our power goes off all the time, because there's too many people for all this going on.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. It's always funny to me, not funny, but it's interesting to me the people who would prefer heat over cold, or the people who prefer cold over heat. Like my rule is, look when it's like -10 out, I don't want to go outside. Like I don't like that at all. But I feel like it's a lot easier to deal with -10 by just throwing on a bunch. Like I've got a coat downstairs that I can wear in -10 and feel totally fine. When it's 104, it was 114 2 weekends ago when we were at a soccer tournament. There's nothing you can do to make that okay, right? There's just no way you're ever going to make 114 feel good. And then when you throw in the humidity, like I love Vegas. I'll go to Vegas all day long. It'll be 110 there, but it's very different than 110 here. But even in Vegas, when it's 110, it's still hot. There's nothing you can do to get out of that. You can probably take more clothes off, but even if you're naked walking around in 110-degree heat, it's still 110. It's very hot. So I don't like driving in the ice and snow. I hate that. But I also I'm a homebody. Like I go out very infrequently. Because I go shopping once every 2 weeks, get as much as I can, and then don't have to go shopping again. But so the ice and snow is not a huge issue. And if you live in a climate that gets it a whole bunch like Michigan, their roads are generally cleaned off enough that you don't have to worry about it. So Rhonda, what part of the
Midwest do we want?
Yeah, just someone was saying something about something given away. Oh, sewing machine, got it. Yeah. What part of the Midwest do you think we'll move back? Probably.
I am rooting for South Dakota, but that might not be it, just because of all the stuff we have to do, like getting our products and.
Yeah, I mean, South Dakota makes a lot of sense for a bunch of reasons. One, there's no state income tax, like there's no state income tax in Texas. There's no business tax in South Dakota, so it's a situation where that would save us quite a bit of money. It's more centrally located, so shipping costs would likely go down for most people because we're in Texas. So like anybody that we ship to on the West Coast or the East Coast, their shipping costs would go down. And it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no people that live there. You can go buy 100 acres and it's no big deal. The issue is our daughter's going to play soccer in college and we want to go to all her games. There's 2 schools in South Dakota that have Division I programs that she's interested in. So there's a possibility she plays there, but she's likely going to play at a school that's not in South Dakota. And so it'd be very difficult to go to their games. So our decision may be based in part as to where she goes to play soccer. But yeah, it's probably going to be Michigan, Indiana, somewhere in that general area. Minnesota is beautiful, and that's where my wife was born, but their income tax is ridiculously high, and so we don't want to pay tax that high. So, Indiana and Michigan have reasonable income taxes. South Dakota has none. But it'll be in the Midwest somewhere.
Ian, so we don't really have a newsletter per se, but anybody that is signed up on our Shopify website, every now and then we'll send out, as long as they said they're okay with getting emails, we'll send out letting people know if we're like having a sale or if we got a new product. We try not to do it a lot, but that's something we could do when we get the pink acrylic in.
Yeah, I actually love Arizona. I went to school at the University of Arizona, and I like Arizona a whole bunch. And University of Arizona is in Tucson. There's some really pretty. I like the beauty of Arizona. I know a lot of people think it's ugly. I like it a whole bunch. But Arizona suffers from the same problem that Texas does, which is there's just too many people. Tucson's not horrible because there's not nearly as many people, but Scottsdale's my favorite city in Arizona, and there's 4 million people there. I'm not in Scottsdale proper, but in Phoenix. So I'm probably not going to go back to Arizona.
Luane, our son doesn't plan to go to college right now. He more is interested in trade school. He's been thinking about, there's like a school that you can go to for like, what is it, making cars all fancy.
Yeah.
He's thinking about that. There's a couple other things he was thinking about. That was like the most recent one. He really likes cars and computers.
Yeah, he Hennessy has.
That's what I couldn't think of what it was.
Hennessy is based just a couple, like literally just a few miles down the road from where we are. They make the Hennessy 5. They make a whole bunch of vehicles. But they have a school there for people to do computer-based car performance stuff. And he's very good and interested in that sort of stuff. So that may be what he does. But
he's really interested in flying too. He really wants to learn how to fly.
I took flying lessons and used to fly, and I think he got interested in that and took him flying, or attempted to take him flying for his birthday a couple years ago, but it was way too windy to go up.
He still had so much fun because they let him drive.
We let him taxi the plane around the runway.
And he has pictures doing that. So
we'll see. I mean, he
could always change his mind, and there's something he wants to go to college for too, and that's fine as well. But right now, he's more interested in like more specific things. And I actually don't think our daughter would be too interested in going to college either if it wasn't for playing soccer in college. So what she wants to do, she could do without going to college as well. There's like different programs she could just take. So
she either wants to be, well, she wants to play soccer professionally. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Like just because you get to play in college doesn't mean you're going to make the pros. That's the same for every sport. Soccer's a little bit different only because like in England, there's like 6 professional leagues. And then if you're not good enough to play in any of those, you can go to like, you know, I'm trying to think of another, like Greece has a bunch of soccer teams that, you know, you could probably play professionally in Greece. But she wants to coach when she's done playing, which obviously you don't have to have a degree to be a soccer coach. So, but you have to have played high level soccer, so it may actually she kind of has to go to college. But she's not gonna have to pay for the college, so it's not a horrible thing for her to do. Yeah, so I love the Finger Lakes region of New York, Ruth. Huge fan of that area. So definitely something that would be on the radar. But again, the problem is from a business standpoint, going to New York makes it very expensive to ship anything to the West Coast of the US. And so that has an impact. We looked into Knoxville. I love Knoxville. I think it's a really cool town. We actually were going to buy property in Lenore City, and we went out there to look at it, but someone had bought it like right before or made an offer that was accepted right before we got there. But it was gorgeous property. It was, I don't know, 5,800 square foot house on like 7 acres in the middle of nowhere, but still had high speed internet. And it would have been perfect, but someone beat us to it.
Yeah. I think they had an offer just the day before we got into town and had scheduled to go see it.
Yep.
So it wasn't meant to be. That's how we look at things like that. It just, for whatever reason, wasn't meant to be.
So, yeah, but there's a lot of fun places in the U.S. Like I like Colorado's really cool. Taxes are an issue there.
Would love to go back to Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan would be great. Michigan, we lived there for several years. We really liked it. We've gone back to visit, and the luster is still there. It wasn't just wishful thinking. Mm-hmm. So Michigan is comfortable. Love to live in the Ann Arbor area because we love going to sports events, and the University of Michigan has more than enough. And there's a lot of fun stuff to do there. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. I hate taxes. So I do everything I can to avoid living anywhere where I have to pay tax. So, places like New York, California, Washington doesn't have a state income tax, but they have really high tax for everything else. Minnesota, great places, but just incredibly high taxes. And I just don't feel like doing that.
I like Minnesota.
Yeah. Minnesota's great. It's really pretty. But it's like, if you think about where Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, and North Dakota, they're all sort of in that general area. It's like, why would I choose to live in Minnesota where I could move 2 miles across and get to keep 15% of all the money I make, right? Because Minnesota's income tax is so high. I think it makes sense if you live in the MSP area where those tax dollars are used. But if you're living out in rural Minnesota, there's no reason you should be paying 15% income tax because you don't get to see the benefit of any of it. Wisconsin's also great. I do like Wisconsin quite a bit, actually.
Is that where you went for a job once?
Yeah, I got interviewed. Some company in Wisconsin wanted to hire me because I had a math and physics degree. So I went up and to do some stuff, and I'm glad I didn't take the job because so several years later in law school, I went to law school with someone who actually had worked for the company, and it was basically the way he talked about it was not something I ever would have wanted to work for. They were very weird, at least in the way that they did their business. But it was great. They flew me up there. I got to eat. They fed me prime rib on 2 consecutive nights, which was great. I love prime rib. Wined and dined me. It was a really cool place, and their campus was amazing, but it just wasn't going to work. So,
wasn't it kind of like Amazon? Not like a company like Amazon, but they do things like, isn't it Amazon that like has a place where you can go eat and everything.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
it was like a Google camp. It wasn't Google,
Oh,
but it was.
yeah, it's Google now.
And they had a campus like that. Like it had nap pods, it had free food, it had like outdoor areas you could play ping pong. I mean, it was really cool. But it was a very different atmosphere. And I ended up one of the guys that I got interviewed with. They flew 3 or 4 of us up there, and he ended up taking the job, and I kept in touch with him because he was also a math major, and we both loved pi, which I think almost all math majors do. And I talked to him, and he liked it for the first year, and then he like got out shortly thereafter because he just said that all of the luster of the free food and the nap pods, all that had worn off, and it was just sort of a crazy environment. So he moved on shortly thereafter. So yeah, there's a lot of fun places. Like there's some really cool places in North Carolina and South Carolina that are beautiful, smaller communities. You can play golf year round. That's like one of the coolest thing about America that I think a lot of people don't understand is there's like 50 different countries here. And I don't know of many other countries where you can have, where Luane is, 70-degree weather, 65, 70-degree weather year round and have the ocean and have like beautiful weather. And then you can go to somewhere like Michigan or the UP for specifics where it snows 9 months out of the year and you don't get, warm temperatures. And then you have Florida where it rarely snows and it's like 100 degrees every day. So really cool part about the country. Brenda H says taxes in Texas are outrageous. I don't know about that. Like we don't have an income tax.
Well,
our
no,
property
our property
tax
taxes
just,
though.
yeah, that is ridiculous.
But it's definitely dependent on your area though, because like where my mom is, it's not so bad. But it's like these areas here where all the growth is, it's just insanity what our property taxes are.
Yeah.
And they'll lie about how much your house is worth to tax you more.
Yeah. Kathy Johnson. Ding, 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 ding. That's hilarious.
What?
She guessed the company I was describing.
Oh.
That's the one, Kathy Johnson. You either work there, know someone who worked there, or you live in the area. That was one of the interesting things too. So when great people in Wisconsin, they were all very friendly. But when I got picked up from the airport and I took like an Uber, Uber didn't exist at that point, but I took a cab. And he asked me where I was going, and I told him, and he was like, "Oh, that's where you're going." And I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." And then we stayed in this really posh hotel, and we had like a day to ourselves. So we're just walking around and went to a local eatery, and I clearly was not from the area because I was wearing stuff from my college, and I was in Madison, which obviously everyone there is wearing, Badger gear. And so someone asked me, where I was from and why I was in town. And I was like, "Oh, I'm here to interview with this company." And they're like, "Oh." So it was a lot of raised eyebrows when I said where I was going to be interviewing. So it was very interesting. It was very interesting. So that's hilarious that she knew what I was talking about.
Have a reputation.
I guess. I mean,
yeah, things could have improved.
They could be. I don't know. I mean, it is. Yeah, Ian says property taxes are Texas's version of state tax. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't like it at all. So,
all right, it's late, baby. You gotta stop talking.
I know. Oh shit, it is late. Wow. Okay. So I'm very good for you, Kathy Johnson, for guessing the company. That's amazing. So she says she's retired RN, super trained. Yeah. So that particular company, what they did is they designed software for medical institutions to use. So I was being hired to help them, write code and such.
I didn't remember what the company was. I just remembered that you went there.
Yeah.
Because I think it was either before Lorelai was born or just after she was born. I don't remember. But it was like really early in our marriage, I think.
So, all right. Well, everyone, it was a pleasure. Hopefully, we'll have Ian on in the next couple weeks. Give some more stuff away. And hopefully, I'll have the pink material before next week's live so I can show it to you. It was sent out either late last week. I think it was sent out late last week, so it should get here soon. So yeah. Can I imagine the King Ranch? Okay, so last story for the day. Luane, I was actually involved in a litigation involving the King Ranch property.
Really?
Yeah, it was the
family.
the family
Okay.
dispute overall.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was involved in litigation over some of the King Ranch. Well, it was the King Ranch family, the King family. But there was a dispute over some of the land and which of the children own the land. Their property tax bill is actually not all that bad because they're in the middle of nowhere. And the property values out there, like from a per acre standpoint, are actually quite low. Now they have a bunch of them, but there's a bunch of write-offs, if you will, under Texas law.
Good night, Joyce. Good night, Janice.
For like agricultural use of land. So you can basically their tax bill was less than our tax bill. Put it that way.
Marlene, it was Nancy Guess.
Yeah, guess who,
Right,
Nancy?
Yeah. Trying to remember.
So okay. So yes, Luane, that is the story. Their tax bill is actually quite low. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. And we will talk to you all next week.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out with us for this much longer evening. But we'll see you next week. Oh, now I'm going to be the one who drags it on. I plan to do a live Saturday morning. I need to go look at the list that Sean, the guy who sews, put together because I don't want to interrupt anybody else. But I'll try to put the info up soon about when I'm going to go live Saturday morning. I'm going to work on a version of this quilt behind me, but with lighter background fabric just to show the difference. So yeah, there we go. Now for real. Goodbye, y'all. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.